donate 7, $100 donate 10, $100 $10, I donate 12, $10 12, $100 $12,000, $1,000, $100 $7, $17, $20, hit him up and donate $20,000. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. He just donated $17,000.
$17,000 for just one motorcycle helmet? Well, that's what this went for at the Mecum Vintage Motorcycle Auction in Las Vegas. Sounds like a ton of money and not a great gamble until you find out that's about what it cost to save one child's life from cancer.
Hi, I'm Grania Owen. I am the founder and president of Curing Kids Cancer. We just auctioned off this beautiful helmet and we're raising money for pediatric cancer research. I started an organization called Curing Kids Cancer because I lost one of my twin boys to leukemia when he was 9. And the reason we lost him was that the drug that he needed was stuck in the lab and the doctors didn't have the money to get it out of the lab and into treatment. So it was just a lack of funding, lack of money that made us lose our son. I decided about a year after we lost him that I couldn't know that there were drugs that could save other children's lives and not try and do something to help those parents so that they didn't have to lose their child. So I started raising money in 2005. And we partnered with Mecum Car Auctions in 2012. And so altogether, since 2005, we've raised over $25 million for research.
My name's Greg Arnold. I'm the director of the motorcycle division for Mecum Auctions. Yes, our customers are very generous, they'll pony up, the value of the helmet is, $200 or something, but they'll cough up the dough for a good cause. There's no doubt about it. They're very generous customer base.
There's one particular project that we're very proud to have funded. It's called CAR T-cell therapy. And what they do is they take the child's own T-cells, which normally just fight colds and infections, and they genetically re-engineer them in the lab so that they recognize the proteins that are only on the outside of the cancer cells. And then they put those altered cells back into the child, and those immune system cells, it's called immunotherapy for a reason, those immune system cells then attack the cancer and destroy it, and the children don't need chemo and they don't need radiation. And with leukemia, they've had a 97% success rate. So children who are literally on hospice care have been given this treatment and they've survived. So it's like giving parents back their children after they thought they'd lost them. Almost, yes. $25,000 is what we say for the treatment. It costs to do the whole genetic re-engineering. But we actually have broken our records here today for money raised at a motorcycle auction with Mecum. We've broken 6 figures, so we've raised over $103,000 during this auction. Well, that's enough to save possibly the lives of 4 children. So to me, that's what it's all about. I mean, this helmet is like the example of him sending us a message, because we have a picture just like this hanging in our house of our hands after we lost our son. And when I saw this helmet, I simply couldn't believe how exactly like that photograph this helmet is. And George, who made the helmet, had never seen the photograph. So to me, that was one of my godcidences. I don't believe in coincidences, I call them godcidences. And I believe that was a little message being sent to us that we're doing the right thing and that it's making a difference. Did not know about the picture. He came up with this concept. It was totally, a bit, I couldn't believe it. I get goosebumps every time I look at it because it's so like the photograph that we have.
I am Mark Schumann from Motorcycle Safety Lawyers, a division of Schumann Legal in Chicago. We were involved with Curing Kids Cancer, where we sponsored a winning helmet that they painted and raised a lot of money for charity. So it's a great organization to help fight pediatric leukemia and cancer. And it's been a great weekend. The whole concept, the whole idea, and the fact that this artist painted this helmet with joining hands, which was a picture that the family that started this organization that lost their son to leukemia at 9 years old, and had the same picture in their living room, and he had no idea, and by some miracle painted the same, almost identical of what was in their living room. So, and just beautifully done.
And it's important to note who the winning bidder was, because it wasn't just your average bidder. It was a celebrity biker, Mike Wolf, the star of American Pickers and a prolific motorcycle collector himself. In fact, he was in Las Vegas to auction off a bunch of bikes in his own collection and then picked up that helmet only to turn around and donate it for even more money for the charity.
The winner paid $17,000 for the helmet and then donated the helmet back to charity, and it's going to be re-auctioned off again in Milwaukee in May. So just amazing.
We had never really worked with the motorcycle community much before. I mean, we'd come to the auctions and people had donated money, but we never really worked with them as a group. And to me, it just touches my heart how they've adopted us and the cause, and they care so much about the children. Because that's the only reason I do this. I mean, if I didn't think we were making a difference for the children, I wouldn't do it. But this, I mean, everybody has just welcomed us and made us feel like they really believe in what we're doing, and that to me means everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. He just donated $17,000. A big shout out and thank you goes out to Mike Wolf.